Hey everyone, welcome back to Jimmy Talks. Today, we're diving into something I think a lot of you can relate to, especially if you've ever had a job that made you question humanity a little. We're talking about the 5 types of people you need to steer clear of at work. I've been around the block: restaurant shifts, blue collar gigs, ambulance runs, hospital floors, and I've seen these characters everywhere. They can turn a decent job into a nightmare if you're not careful. So, grab a drink, settle in, and let's break this down. These are the people who will drain your energy, mess with your paycheck, or just make you dread clocking in. Ready? Now let's go. Type 1, the gossip. You know this person. They're the one who's always got some story about someone else. They'll corner you by the break room and start with, "Hey, did you hear about the new guy on the line?" And suddenly you're stuck hearing rumors you didn't sign up for. Picture this. Someone in a restaurant job tells the crew the dishwasher said they're quitting. Total fabrication, but now everyone's acting weird around them. That's the gossip game. They don't care what's true, they just love stirring the pot. Why avoid them? Because they'll pull you in. You might just be nodding along, but then they're twisting something you said into the next big tale. Keep your distance, nod politely, and don't give them any material. Your peace is worth more than their chatter. Type 2, the slacker. Now, we've got the slacker. This is the person who gets paid the same as you, but does way less. They're busy when the work piles up, but you'll spot them chatting by the cooler or taking an extra long smoke break. Think of a blue-collar job, construction maybe, where the crew's hauling materials and one guy's always leaning on his shovel, letting everyone else carry the load. The issue? Their laziness dumps extra work onto you. You're stuck covering because the job's got to get done, and they know it. They'll coast while you grind. Stay away. Don't pick up their slack. Don't make excuses. If you're on a team with one, track your own work and let them face the heat. You're not there to babysit, and your paycheck shouldn't take a hit. Now, third on the list, the credit thief. This one's sneaky. You put in the effort, nail a task, and they swoop in to claim the glory. Maybe they pitch your fix to the boss like it's their brainchild, or they smile when the team gets praised for something that you carried. Imagine an ambulance shift. You figure out a faster way to restock supplies, and the next day your partner's telling the supervisor it was our idea, comrade, soaking up the props. It's maddening. These people will kill your drive because why bother if you're invisible? Avoid them by making your work loud. Send updates to your manager, mention your part in meetings, keep it casual but clear. Don't let them ride your wave. They're not worth your sweat. Number 4, the drama magnet. Everything's a crisis with them. A small mix-up, like a late delivery at a restaurant, turns into a full-blown meltdown. They'll rant about it all shift, pulling anyone nearby into their storm. Picture a hospital setting. Someone misreads the schedule, and this person's going on about how the whole place is falling apart. They feed on chaos and drag you along if you're not careful. It's exhausting. Dodge them by staying neutral. Don't bite on their complaints, don't add fuel. Just be a gray rock. They'll find another audience if you're a brick wall. You don't have time for a soap opera when you're just trying to get through the day. Finally, and probably my least favorite one, the backstabber. The worst of them all. They're friendly to your face, maybe even act like a work pal. Then they turn around and sink you for their gain. They might tell the boss you botched something they messed up, or whisper a lie to get ahead. Think of a restaurant gig. Your buddy on the line blames you for a late order that he actually forgot, and suddenly you're the one getting chewed out. It's betrayal with a handshake. How do you avoid them? Keep it polite. Don't spill anything personal or useful though. Watch what they do, not what they say. If they burn someone else, you're on the list eventually. Protect yourself. They're only loyal until the wind shifts. So, there you go. 5 types to watch out for. The gossip, the slacker, the credit thief, the drama magnet, and the backstabber. Work's tough enough without these people turning it into a circus. You probably met a few. I know I have, bouncing from restaurants to blue-collar jobs, working on an ambulance to working in a hospital. The trick is spotting them early and keeping your distance. But what do you do about them? Let's run through some quick solutions and whether you should just quit if it's too much. For the gossip, cut it off. Say you're not into rumors and pivot the combo. If they push, walk away. The slacker, stop covering their gaps. Let them flop and tell your boss what's real if it's a group thing. Credit thief, log your work, emails, notes, call out your role in front of people. Cool but firm. Drama magnet, simple. Gray rock them, stay dull, don't engage, they'll bounce. And the backstabber, never trust them with big stuff. Keep it light and guard your flank. But here's the bigger question. If your job's overrun with these types, should you even stay? I've done it all. Waiting tables, hauling gear, working in the back of an ambulance, working hospital floors, and sometimes the people make it unbearable. Right now, I'm in a hospital job. Decent work, but I've got a bonus locking me in for a year. I'm chasing money, big goals like financial freedom, and I wonder if I should jump to something like sales to outrun the nonsense. Quitting's an option if you've got to move. Another job ready, some cash stash, bills covered, but if you're strapped like me with a tight budget, you might need to just tough it out. Save what you can, network on the side, then bolt when the stars align. If it's just one or two of these kinds of people, handle them with those fixes and push through. But if it's a whole crew, start planning your escape. You deserve better than drowning in that mess when you're aiming high. So, what do you think? Have you run into any of these at your job? Drop a comment and let me know. I read all the comments. If you like this, hit that like button, subscribe to Jimmy Talks, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay smart out there.
Interrogation. We'll extract any intel he has on Makarov.
Truck, we got Volk. We're on our way.